Should the Bengals re-sign linebacker Germaine Pratt? Our free agency preview continues right here on CBT. Hi again, everyone, and welcome in to Cincinnati Bengals Talk. I'm James Rapien of allbengals.com, and today's free agency preview brought to you by Rivertown Inquiry and rivertowninquiry.com. If you're looking for orange and black gear, Cincinnati gear, maybe you want a Tiger Rocks glass to sip that off-season bourbon or a pint glass. They have many pint glasses. Well, you got to check out rivertowninquiry.com. They're 10 minutes away from Paycor Stadium. If you want to go there in person, they are open 6 days a week. Check them out right now, rivertowninquiry.com. And let's dive on in because our free agency preview, it continues. And if you're looking for Vonn Bell or Hayden Hurst, Jesse Bates, we've knocked those guys out. We've talked about them, whether they stay, whether they go, thoughts on their future in Cincinnati. And let's continue with Germaine Pratt. Germaine Pratt was a baller for the Bengals this year. There's no denying that. I mean, the 99 tackles, 14 pass breakups, everything that he provided for the Bengals. The forced fumble on Travis Kelce was probably, his biggest highlight, or one of them, against the Chiefs in that win at Paycor Stadium. And look, he's a really good player. And I say all of that to say I don't think the Bengals are going to re-sign him. They have to prioritize certain guys. And obviously we know about Joe Burrow, and we've talked about his future, and T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. But let's just look at the linebackers. I think the Bengals are going to look at this and say, we have Logan Wilson, we have Germaine Pratt. We need to pick one to extend, to keep around long-term, to be part of our core defense. Are they picking two? And this is a numbers game to me. Are you picking two? And maybe they try to have negotiations with Logan Wilson. It doesn't go well about an extension. He still has 1 year left on his rookie deal. And they say, let's pay Pratt and keep him around. But this idea that they're going to be able to pay Wilson and Pratt, when I expect, and I think everyone should expect them to make sure that they keep Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and honestly, multiple players on defense. Trey Hendrickson's got 2 years. We'll see what's left. What he does over the next couple of years. DJ Reader's in his last deal. Chidobe Awuzie is in the last year of his deal. Reader's in the last year of his deal, by the way, entering that. Guys that you have to have a discussion about for sure. And there are others, but this is about Germaine Pratt. I think they really like him, but I think he's not their top priority. Pretty fair to say, I think. And then you flip it and you look at Pratt's end of it. Complaining about playing time, complaining about not being on third downs, going to social media to do so throughout the season. He views himself as a true 3-down linebacker. The Bengals, just actions, from an action standpoint, view him as a 2.5-down linebacker. They'll put him out there for some third downs. Some they don't. Something has to give. And I think what's going to happen is Pratt's going to hit free agency. A team is going to show him that love, both from a money standpoint and a come here and play all 3 downs, Germaine. We love your athleticism. We love your ability to run and cover and do all of those things. And he's going to say, hell yeah, let's go. That's what I think happens. And a lot of that does happen in free agency because you get wined and dined. And, we've seen Joe Burrow and the Bengals do their thing in free agency in recent years where they go to the Ruby's Steakhouses and they do things like that. Other teams can do that too. And Pratt, at his level, I don't even think he'll really do visits. I think it's going to be quick. I think these teams are going to move in. And it would not shock me one bit if he ends up elsewhere this offseason. If I had to give it a percentage, I would give it 20 to 25% that they re-sign him. I don't want to say 5 or 10. I think it's higher than that. But a few things would have to go their way or his way, depending on how you want to look at it, for him to come back to Cincinnati. Their way would be he goes out into the market and doesn't get exactly what he was expecting. It's a little lighter. It's one of those things where he goes back to the Bengals and they can work something out. That would work for them, the best case scenario. His way would be negotiations on a potential extension with Logan Wilson. They just never get there, and they look at Pratt and they say, hey, let's offer Pratt the same deal and see if we could just lock up Germaine and say, Logan, you could play out this 2023 season and go from there. I think that's pretty unlikely, but that's certainly a scenario as well for Vonn Bell, Hayden Hurst, Jesse Bates, and more as we continue to go through free agents. We go through really the entire offseason. And we talked about Bijan Robinson on Thursday. Make sure you check out that video. Check out all of our videos. We will be in Indianapolis for the Combine next week. So buckle up because you're going to get exclusive coverage from the Combine. And you're going to hear from Duke Tobin, Zach Taylor, the Bengals coordinators, and more right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. So for Andrew Fox Miller, I'm James Rapien, signing off for now on CBT, Cincinnati Bengals Talk.